Greetings and salutations everyone, my name is Wiki and today I checked out the ever so adorable anime MMORPG Grand Fantasia, one of the older anime MMOs released by Aeria Games and X-Legend Entertainment. But like with many of their titles, the majority of the things within the game are reused, such as monsters, animations, cosmetics, outfits, pets, mounts, textures. At this point, I feel like it would be easier to mention the things that they did not reuse in later installments. X-Legend sure knows how to market their games. Release the same cute anime MMORPG multiple times just with a slight reskin. You gotta make that money somehow. Either way, I thought that Grand Fantasia deserved a better look and seeing whether or not it is an MMORPG viable in today's MMO market. So without further ado, let us get to this video, shall we? Grand Fantasia starts off like any other anime MMORPG, in some innocent area full of adorable creatures you almost feel bad about murdering continuously to further yourself. However, after all of the many MMORPGs you've no doubt played, you've grown accustomed to these kinds of atrocities, and therefore you can't even muster a wink of remorse when you slaughter them. Wait, maybe that's not MMORPGs that do that to you. Actually, I think that's just browsing the internet. No matter. Once you're done, and the monsters are 6 feet under into the ground, you can return to the colorful village comprised of old men and children. Yeah, you know what? Actually, guys, I think I'm gonna leave this island as soon as possible. This is a weird island. Let's move on to the classes, and more specifically, the class system in place for Grand Fantasia. It uses an intricate system, so if you've played any of the other X-Legend or Aeria game titles from X-Legend, some of them being Aura Kingdom, Eden Eternal, Laplace Seventh Dark, Dragonmon Hunter, or Glory Destiny, then you're probably familiar with this system in place as, once again, they all typically use the same kind of system. However, for those of you who are not versed in the septuplets that dominated the anime MMORPG market for years, allow me to explain. When creating one's character, you're free to preview the classes that you might want to use at a later date and become these. However, they are not available to you at the beginning, so you start off as a simple beginner class or wanderer. Once leveling up to level 5, you can pick your class. These classes can then, at a later date, turn into a variety of other classes while still being a part of the same chain. So yeah, it's a really in-depth system, something that a lot of MMORPGs today are missing. This in-depth class system, it's such a nice feature to have, being able to shape your character through multiple classes. Today's MMORPGs are all just about jiggly physics and lollies. Not that I'm saying seeing tiggle bitties bouncing around is a bad thing or anything, but sometimes we need more depth. And for all the issues I have personally with X-Legend and their games, the one thing they did not do wrong, they at least know how to make classes interesting and fun to use. And for a gaming company that primarily uses tab target combat, they know how to do that well as well. Speaking about the combat, it does use a simple tab target combat system, however it is by no means slow or clunky. At least when I'm talking about specifically the combat section. A lot of older games that I've tried in the past, and even more recently, they all tend to have clunky combat systems or just clunky controls in general. For Grand Fantasia, that is not the case, which is a relief. However, moving around and using the motion controls, that's something completely different. WASD does not work and is really not feasible whilst playing Grand Fantasia. Your character acts like a rebellious teen and just doesn't respond to one's orders. A simple fix to this, of course, is just simply clicking and moving. Haha! Take that, rebellious goth wiggy! You didn't beat me this day. Anyway, besides the intricate class system and the cute anime visuals, with a most impressive list of cosmetic and mounts to choose between, the world of Grand Fantasia itself is huge. Instanced through portals, but huge nevertheless. I personally enjoy exploring around in MMORPGs, often incurring my death in the process, as my catty curiosity gets the better of me. And whilst this time was no different, I did get to travel around a few of the desert regions. Doing so, I noticed that depending on the class you chose, there are specific class cities. For me, I was a machinist, so I went to, and I'm just gonna put it out here right now, forgive my pronunciation on this, jail? I really have no clue at this point what this area is actually called properly other than what it looks like it's called, which is jail. I mean, it could be Jal or something. I don't know. Either way, here in jail, I finally met some players. You meet the people in the strangest of places, I swear. Either way, this was the first sign of life I had encountered since the weird pedo-esque starting Newbie Island. So to wrap this all up and say what my personal experiences of and what I think of Grand Fantasia, I have to say that I enjoyed my time. Leveling up, murdering cute things, and meeting people in jail after the fact, I was really surprised that I had this much fun in this game. Grand Fantasia definitely seems like one of the better X-Legend titles, not including Eden Eternal or Laplace Seventh Dark, as I personally like them as well. So we can add Grand Fantasia to the list as well. All in all, Grand Fantasia seems like a rather casual and easy anime MMORPG, and it seemingly has less of an emphasis on the autopath system than its septuplet twins. The item all is still, however, horrendous, giving XP items of 100% bonuses, food buffing items, huge HP and MP, healing potions, and everything else you could think is probably listed there. I mean, you can get lots of nice cosmetics and mounts and weapon transmogs, but all in all, the item all is so full of everything that should be acquirable in-game. But you know, this is an X-Legend game / Aeria games game, so not really shocking. Either way, taking the gameplay experience for Grand Fantasia, I personally had fun. It was nice exploring, nice playing. If you're looking for an anime MMORPG and you're fine with all of the pay-to-win elements, then this is definitely something that you could try out. If pay-to-win elements is not what you're looking for, then, you know, probably don't play this. Or any of the X-Legend games. Either way, guys, I hope you have a good day, night, or afternoon, wherever it is where you are, and don't let the pay-to-win monster get you on the way out.